interrupt you,
No.
but that is why I have a belief that you need to be a student of life. None of us has reached a point where you know it all. And that also is what I call one of those aces up your sleeve, you know, like, yeah, I'll just throw it in there. You know, I know it all at my age. And it's basically just excuses. So I think also my drive to constantly be a student of life is what helps me to empower others as well.
Wow. Carol, you know, all those excuses that we always make, and they don't do us good, you know, but the only thing that they're doing is just to harm us. Even if I can say, Carol, I need you to go and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and you don't go and do them, or maybe you lie to me, you know, or maybe you tell me some excuses on why you didn't do that. Guess what? It's not going to harm me even at all. It's going to affect you. You are cheating yourself, you know. So learning and growing each and every time as business people, as we are growing, changing generation after generation is the only thing that is needed as well. But yeah, and you know what, Carol, this also brought me to this. I understand that at this point, you have disrupted your whole business and you have turned it upside down, you know, and tell me, how was the journey? Because really, right now, Carol, we've got amazing products, amazing things happening in HPD Consulting. You know, we've got amazing stuff that is happening that I don't think you ever dreamt of, like that they are going to happen, but we turned the whole business upside down. So tell me, was that a difficult process of doing that, or it was easy? How was it though?
You know, that was one of the biggest challenges, is that I had my business plan all the years and it was easy, a little bit of challenges here and there. And then, yeah, I had to, with changing or adapting myself, I also had to realize it's not just me, the owner of the business, that has to adapt, but the business itself, the business model had to change. I'll give you one example. Previous years, I was not a social media person, and I used that excuse, that ace up my sleeve, to say, well, you know what, I'm a real private person. Nobody needs to know my business. And it was just an excuse. And people were saying, you've got to get more onto social media. And that was one of my big fears, as I could stand on a stage and speak to 5,000 people. That didn't bug me. But I think the more the personal intimacy of social media that sometimes comes across, that was my biggest fear. And then I realized, but if I don't get onto social media more often, people are not going to know who I am. And that is one of the biggest changes that have happened from 25 years ago to now. A group of people knew me, and that was fine. Now I had to actually literally change my mindset and say, but it's not just about that group. If you say, which I did say, I want to be known globally, I was saying that, but I wasn't doing anything. And then I realized with social media, whether I like it or not, once again, I had to overcome that fear and slowly start. That's why I think for the last year and a half, 2 years, people have really seen me more active on social media. So that was one of the things that my business had to turn upside down, is I had to start sharing, who is Carol, who's HPD, who are the clients we're working with, what is our methodology, what are some of the programs that we are running, who am I collaborating with. So that was one thing. The second thing was also to realize that my business model was too simplistic, because I like to keep things simple. All right. Even in my training and my coaching, it's about real life examples. I don't use complicated things that people need to go and brush up on and Google. So being this simplistic kind of having this simplistic approach, my business model had to change. I had to realize that I can't do things alone. I had to realize I need to collaborate more with people that have the same passion and drive as me. And yes, I think, Mr. Dongo, you played a big role in that as well, as where you were saying, I need to do X, Y, Z. And I'm going, no, no. And you're going, how do you know it can't work if you haven't tried it? And your whole approach was, okay, let's do it step by step. And it was amazing how the business model changed, my networking changed, my collaboration changed, and my whole approach to how I market things, how I build relationships. And yeah, there were quite a few fears.
Yeah.
But if I didn't take that first step, and if I did not have somebody saying, you can do it, I probably would have still been the dinosaur.
Wow. So easy is not an option, right?
That's what I realized, you know. Easy is nice. Easy is comfortable. Easy can give you your smaller goals, but there's no growth, and growth is uncomfortable.